Chapter 30. Ernie could hear Sky sniffling. He didn't turn to look, he already knew why. Killing people was different. The dead they'd encountered, those were almost impersonal. A necessity, not a choice. But survivors? People who had their own reasons for the things they did, that was something else entirely. His fingers tightened on the steering wheel at the same moment. Sky's arms folded tighter across her chest. Every confrontation chipped away at what little remained of the world. How many people were still out there? Every fight made survival harder, narrowed their options further. They couldn't afford to keep losing people, not like this. Sky? He asked gently. She shook her head, staring out the window. I'm okay, Ernie. I just don't understand what their problem was. Tell me what I'm doing wrong here. You, Fred, Letty, you all reacted the same way, just not as violent. Do I need to do something better or smarter? What is wrong with me? Her voice cracked. Ernie's throat tightened in the same rhythm, a quiet echo he swallowed down. He sighed. Hard to say. That soldier I talked to earlier said they had just come back from overseas. The enemy would dress up, pretend to be someone else when they tried to help them. Several soldiers would get killed. They spent 3 years over there like that. Then they came home, barely landed before the shit hit the fan. Then they watched their fellow soldiers fall sick in turn. He shook his head. I'm not saying how you've been treated is okay, but it's hard for people to understand you. They look at you and see someone young, too young to know the things you do. Most people don't know how to handle someone who thinks the way you do. They've never had to deal with it up close. A small tightening pulled at his jaw. A thought rose sharp, unwelcome, and he shoved it back down before it could settle. Not true. I've handled it. Lived it. Hid it. But she doesn't need to know that. I'm not ready for what that would mean. He kept his voice steady. People react to what they don't understand. That's all I meant. Sky rubbed her face. That still isn't a reason for them to corner me like that. I just wish I was normal. Her voice dropped. Ernie's breath hitched in the same beat hers did. I don't have excuses for them, he said softly. Or for us. But it's behind us now. And Sky, you might be the one smart enough to save us all. Sky didn't answer. The silence stretched. Her hurt thickened the air. Ernie felt it settle in his chest like it belonged there. The road twisted through ruins. Cracked asphalt. Rusting vehicles. But something about this stretch made Ernie's stomach turn. A memory tugged at him. Sky leaned forward at the same moment he did, both narrowing their eyes at the pattern of cars ahead. It wasn't random. The cars were positioned. He grabbed the radio. Rancher, I don't like this. These cars, they're placed here. Look at the marks. They've been moved. Stacked like the gates to a slaughterhouse. Fred's voice crackled through. Yeah. Shepard, I'm seeing it too. Sky straightened sharply. Ernie did too, both scanning the same angles without speaking. She locked her door. He reached for his rifle at the same moment she slid it toward him. Rancher, don't leave the vehicles, he said. You know the drill. 10-4, Shepard, Fred replied. Sky swallowed. What do we do if they don't let us through? Ernie didn't answer right away. She held her breath. He held his too, without realizing it. If they block us in, he said, we figure out who they are. And if they don't listen to reason, we do what we have to do. They eased forward. The gaps narrowed. Sky leaned closer to the window. Ernie, scanning the same lines. Watch for wires, he said. You think they rigged it? She asked. It's possible, he replied. He radioed Fred. They confirmed movement. Figures approached. Sky's hand hovered near her rifle. Ernie's hovered near his control, same tension, same readiness, same breath held tight. A voice called out. We're searching all vehicles for contraband. Ernie pressed the speaker. Contraband? And what exactly would that be? Anything we want, the man laughed. Sky's jaw clenched. Ernie's jaw matched it, the muscle ticking in the same rhythm. Fred sighed. Shepherd, isn't there one decent group out there? Over the CB. Doesn't seem like it, Rancher, Sky muttered back. Ernie's fingers tightened on the wheel. Hers tightened on her rifle. So here's how it goes, the man said. You open the trucks. We take what we want. I don't think so, Ernie said. The tension in the cab thickened. Sky's breathing synced with his short, controlled, bracing. Fred's voice, Button 1, Shepherd? Looks like they aren't giving us a choice, Rancher, Ernie said. They pressed the buttons. Engines shifted. Augers deployed. The group flinched. Ernie spoke evenly. I'm giving you a chance to walk away. There are better ways to survive. Build a homestead, raise animals. You don't have to take from others. But if I have to take the last step, not many of you will survive. Sky's eyes flicked to him. Her breath matched his again, steady, cold, resigned. The leader laughed. Easier to take. Button 3, Ernie whispered. The guns rose. The air changed. Fear rippled through the group. So, a homestead? The leader asked. We're always looking for good people to trade with, Ernie said. But if I find you doing this again, there won't be do-overs. He tossed them a book. They backed away. As they passed, Sky exhaled shakily. Ernie exhaled at the same moment, their breath sinking without thought. Maybe they would change. Maybe not. They drove on. Ernie took extra turns. Sky watched the mirrors. He watched the same ones, at the same intervals she did. A small cluster of dead wandered ahead. Ernie hit them with the steel bars. Sky flinched. Ernie's shoulders twitched in the same beat. The rest of the drive was quiet. Do you think they'll change? Sky asked. Ernie tightened his grip on the wheel. She mirrored the motion, fingers curling around her seatbelt strap. I don't know, he said. But they have the chance.